Hey guys. So last time on my Backrooms level explain series, we explained levels 0 through 7. So now we'll explain levels 8 through 14, which is Paradise. Do this on iPad. This is easier, but yeah. Let's begin. So level 8, also known as cave systems, is a cave-like place, I'm pretty sure. So we will not be reading notes or anything like that. We will just be explaining the actual level itself, not like the. So the exit is a 4 out of 5 defined. It's a class 4 difficulty as well. Entities is 4 out of 5, and environment is 4 out of 5. So extreme environmental risk, very difficult to exit, and extreme hostile presence. The 8th level of Backrooms is the last of the initial 12, whose environment is wholly enclosed, a sprawling network of underground caves. Its web of tunnels is interwoven into a suffocating prison. It is cold, dark, and fraught with peril. Predators lurking at every way and turn, and stuff like that. Given a chance, wanderers are warned to avoid it altogether. A dark cave greets wanderers seeing from the waters. Structure and layout. By the standards of normal reality, the architecture of most levels prior several artificial constructions. Level 8, in contrast, runs wild. Unlike other subterranean, is that how you spell that? Domains such as the sewers of level 34, the mines of 181, or the catacombs of level 499. Level 8 is generally free of the visit. Okay, never mind. Of human engineering, composed predominantly of organic karst caves. Even today, humanity has civilized this untamed space remains futile, and its natural forces reign unchecked. Its rocky passages are savage, feral, and formidable. Open map. In terms of size, level 8 is practically infinite. Most settlements, entrances, and exits are clustered closely within a long cylindrical zone. I think that's how you spell that. Approximately 60 miles, 95 kilometers in length, and 2.5 kilometers. No, I mean miles, or 4.0 kilometers. Wait, no, okay, it's No, it is kilometers, I think. Yeah, it is kilometers. In radius. New passages, furthermore, are continually discovered, and the vast majority of the level has yet to be explored. Its true depth remains unknown. Okay. Non-standard physics. Alright, so this level is by no means easy to traverse. The very laws governing nature are unforgiving in every way possible. Yada yada, like marine cuisine is subject to characteristics of spatial distortions of not included in geometry, which means it makes absolutely no sense. Yada 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 yada. Yeah. Yeah. You are cold. Okay, never mind. In environment, we'll be reading the environment. So environment, it's inhospitable. Oxygen is often limited. The air in many caverns is foul and stagnant. That's harboring dangerous concentrations of carbon dioxide. Some harmful gases such as hydrogen sulfide, chlorine, ammonia, or a rock compound similar to rhea gas. Deaths by asphyxia, okay, I'm not spelling that, are common, though the pale in comparison to the sheer loss of life by drowning alone. All the water flows freely for the caverns, but there's most likely minerals in there, so it's not safe to drink at all. Many caves are partially or fully waterlogged, inaccessible to most except experienced divers. Fluctuating water levels mean that some networks are practically prone to sudden, spontaneous flooding. Bone-dry chambers may be completely submerged in a matter of seconds. Though for those who escape drowning may yet die of hypothermia. Unalive. Most regions carry frigid temperatures of 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Some systems, however, have been known to reach sweltering heights of 110 Fahrenheit or 43 Celsius. Who really cares? And above, owing to peculiarities, is that how you spell it? In a chemical and ecological composition. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Terrain and speleology. Hopefully I said that right. Terrain. Okay, I'm not saying that again. The lowest cavernous terrain makes no accommodations for human comfort. Even along the ninth row, smaller tunnels tend to be tight, low, and awkwardly shaped. The floors of larger chambers are littered with loose rocks, making it easy to slip. Vertical shafts require great physical exertion and athletic. Can't believe I was having a hard time pronouncing that. Prowess to scale. Corpses are strewn along difficult passages with shattered bones and fractured skulls. Yep, just corpses, nothing to do with humans. It's totally just animal ones. Ecology. Some portions of the lake appear empty, devoid of entities altogether. However, house entire habitats teem with life. Okay. That's a weird guy. I don't know who that is. According to his caverns, the level hosts a wide variety of ecological systems. Despite the chaotic and disorderly nature of the environment, these ecosystems are known to be coherent, organized and complex. Descriptions of some of the more well-documented and unique habitats are detailed below. The entrance to the cavern, you are arrested with that makes absolutely no sense. Does someone even know what that means? For you and I don't know how you spell that. Host of lights sparkle with immense. Oh wait. Alright, so entities. So there's wranglers. Those are pretty. And then we also got arachnids of level 8. Also, there's Hands of Tar, which tar-like substance, and they will try to grab you and pull them into where they are, or like the bottom of the hand, bottom of the arm is, whatever. They try to pull you into that tar-like substance. Landmarks, settlements, and communities. We're not doing that. And we're also not doing history. Alright, so entrances. Walking through a specific dark hallway in level 103 will lead to level 8. Wandering through the deep, dark, coherent caves of level 2.1 may eventually lead to level 8. Jumping into the well in level 135 can lead to level 8. Small tunnels level 4.1 most often lead to level 8. Some of the multicolored playground tubes in level 283 open into the rocky tunnels of level 8's caves. Entrances, however, will vanish as soon as one passes through, preventing them from returning whence they came. Alright. Now for exits. Vents in the ceiling of the its nest jungle are reported to lead to level 2. However, owing to the native death rat population, climbing through is not advised. Don't know what death rats are. They're like, basically, I think, giant rats that try to eat you. Entering a tar pit may cause one to be dragged into either level 41 or level 91 upon walking. This is also not advised. I don't know why you do that. Why would you go into tar? Someone please explain to me that. Why are you going to tar? It's tar! Rare type passageways coated in characteristic silvery substances are known to lead to level 75. No clearing through certain cave walls has been reported to lead to level 93. A door in a cave near Hermouth Camp 4 is noted to lead to level 203. Entering is ill-advised since level 203 has no exit. Yeah, just don't do that exit. Just forget it exists. Purposely, no cleaning for the ceiling has been reported to lead to 205. And then Fallen 34 has been reported to lead to level 69. Aw, man. Thought I could get away from saying that. God damn it. Alright, now for level 9, the subherbs. Subherb? Okay, this is class 5 difficulty. Unsafe, unsecure, and entire entity infestation. So that level 9 is the 10th level, the Backrooms. This level seems to be infinite suburban area. So it's an infinite area of, at midnight. This level has darkness similar to that of level 6, although not as dangerous. The houses vary in design and size, and each are completely different, although there are some reports of spawning 2 houses near each other that are the same. Empty roads of level 9. Picture of a house in level 9. Houses of level 9 appear to be furnished and fairly new, although there is no power source for the lighting systems to function. So some houses have a chance of being empty. Many useful objects such as pockets can be found inside these houses and areas similar to them. The furniture of these houses is what a person would expect from a normal house, such as sofa. I don't know how you spell that. Do you mean like? I don't know what you're talking. What is that? Televisions, beds, refrigerators, etc. Items that require a power source are not functional. Some of these houses are fully furnished yards at the back of the house. Another anomalous property at the level is that you can find 2 houses weirdly cooked inside each other while traveling too far. which is physically impossible. Have you ever heard of having one wall missing and putting a house in, like, some of another house inside that room or stuff that that one wall is broken from, to cover it up? Which I know it doesn't exist in reality, but that's logically a good explanation. God. Okay. The streets of level 9 are the most dangerous area of the level, because there's entities, and it's also wet, and they're unpainted and covered with leaves in some areas, and puddles in some spots of the roads, yada yada yada. Stone sidewalks are normal and don't seem to have any anomalous oddities. Any walkways that lead to the grass fields will lead to level 9.1, and wandering off the walkway into fields will for some reason lead to level 10. Street lamps are usually powered off and are inactive, although some flicker off and on, and sometimes even powered. How? It is unknown where the power originates, but beware of the foggy mist that can appear, because the mangled can appear, which is a level exclusive entity to this level. So the list of all the entities: Death Mob, Smiler, Skin Stealers, Jerry, a bird that controls your mind, Hounds, Transporters, Death Rats, Warning Kites, and many wretches. If you don't know what wretches are, they're basically humans that went through a wretched style and became insane and turned into wretches, but also includes some of his own special entities. The most notable ones include the Neighborhood Watch. So if you don't know what the Neighborhood Watch is, they're that. Also the Mangled, like we talked about earlier. No, we're not watching it, or we're not going to be reading the bases, because I don't really care about those. Entrances and exits. Falling through the floor randomly in level 8 is the most main method of entering level 9 for the most wanderers. Crawling up the sewer grate in level 34, I'm going to say, will lead to level 9. One of the many doors inside level 92 can lead to level 9, as well as other levels. The revolving door in level 40 will lead to level 9. The yellow arcade cabinet in level 25 will lead to this level. Entering one of the doors in level 54 will lead to level 9. The animated houses of level 94 can really bring you to this level. Break the window in level 87 to enter level 9. The backyard of level 404 will lead to level 9 after exiting the backyard. Now, some of these entrances, I don't see why would you do that. Like, who the fuck would... Hold on. Who would go back? Who would lose 95? No. Wait, how much? Yeah, it's 95. Why do you go back 95 levels just to go to level 9? You were literally at level 104! Why? Who in their right mind would do that? Anyways, an arcade machine at level 25 can lead to level 9. So there's 2 level 25 entrances. Exits. Following the arrow streets signs will soon lead to level 11 after 100 to 200 miles. Although this will only be the case when following the signs. Walkways that lead to the grass fields will lead to either level 9.1 or level 10. Level 60 can be accessed by no-clean through the street floor in level 9. Entering a house will have a chance of randomly transport you to level 53. Following electrical power lines has a chance to bring you to level 113. An airport can be found while following the signs to level 11. So, what does that mean? Which level does it lead you to? Enter the airport to be transferred to level 36. No claim will lead to the first new negative levels. Finding a playground and crawling through any kind of tube structure with light glowing interior windows will commonly teleport to level 283's tubes. Alright, so now for level 10, the Bomber Crop. So it's a class 1 difficulty. The exit is somewhat difficult to exit. There's no hostile entities. And also low environmental risk. So level 10 is a chance of pasture of wheat and barley fields. In all directions endlessly. Divided into plots by lines of trees and shrubbery. Also, here's an image of level 10 and a lake in level 10. Yeah. The climate level of the level never appears to shift from an overcast. What is an overcast? Leaden sky, brief and infrequent spells of light, rain, and fog. The dreary atmosphere of level 10, coupled with its unchanging state of daylight, makes it somewhat difficult to keep track of time. If only the occasional gust of wind among the crops to break up the uniformity. Bodies of water are present throughout level 10, below which, consistent elevation, and also there's levels soil possessing slight hydrophobic properties. Water from these pits have been deemed safe for human consumption, although the tastes have been reported to have an earthly undertone. What the fuck does that mean? Upon inspection, appears to be free of algae and other organisms, only containing the various microbes and types of benign fungi. The water is believed to be highly oxygenated, which highly clears clear, seemingly contaminated appearance. Areas surrounding these lakes have often a less cultivated appearance, including patches of dirt and grass. Okay, we don't want an ad. The diverse range of structures may be found intermittently in level 10, such as the small wooden sheds, outbuildings, as well as larger barns, stables, yada yada, etc. Structures appear to be largely empty on the inside, aside from often housing certain useful resources, namely wooden nails. These resources, along with the structural elements of the buildings themselves, may be of interest for various purposes, such as construction. The potential for establishing permanent settlements in level 10 appears promising. Further analysis is needed before a final decision can be reached. There's a barn on level 10. So shrubbery lines separate the pastures of level 10 into plots of varying species and do not appear to have any unusual properties. Aside from the fact that they do not seem to outgrow from one another, rather they constantly remain the same heights. The trees in particular are of an average hardness and can be used as a resource of wood. Although it has proven to be more practical to obtain wood from empty structures without this level, further investigation of the plants may yield additional insights to the interior potential uses and characteristics, as well as insights into the general ecology of level 10. Dirt paths are often present throughout level 10, distinguished by two strips of tire tracks separated by a strip of grass, suggesting that the paths are frequently used by vehicles such as cars or tractors. However, despite this evidence of regular usage, no vehicle has been found on level 10. These dirt tracks do not appear to regrow. In addition, attempts to cultivate plants on these roads have failed, with sown seeds failing to germinate. Additionally, it has been observed that following these roads for a prolonged distance can often lead on to level 11. So they have worms on level 10. They have been observed to go through use their shovels to dig into the soil, which is only 1 meter deep before giving way to the massive worms. Writhing in the darkness below, it is currently unknown how far down the worms extend or where they originate. Any further exploration beneath the 1 meter depth has been deemed infeasible due to logistic. What is that? And safety concerns. Is advised to proceed and with caution if evacuating soil in level 10, as has been observed that digging it hole deeper than 1 meter may result in have rapid emergence of swirls from soil, which they present several hazards, including the potential for slipping or falling injuries, damage to clothing, and even the risk of physical harm from worms attempting to burrow into the skin. If one wishes to collect them for any purpose, it is recommended to limit evacuation into small holes rather than deep trenches to minimize risk. Entrances and exits, and then we'll go to level 11, which is, I think, a way more interesting level, because it has a weird effect, but I'll let you know that later. Walkways on level 9 lead you to grass fields may lead on to this level. In certain streets on level 11, you can find a back road that leads to level 10. Enter via a arcade machine level 25. Exits. Finding a road while following it for a prolonged period may eventually lead one to level 11. Finding a patch of I don't know how you spell that, among the wheat and entering it will lead one to level 184. Swimming into a lake can lead one to a number of aquatic levels. Research into which levels are accessible is underway. Alright. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. That's how I found this. If you don't know. Okay, gotta go find level 11. I'm gonna take them, yeah. The city that never sleeps. So empty metropolis is architecture taking inspiration from a variety of urban cities. In all ways inconvenient, it is also the unofficial hub to the Backrooms. Unofficial hub of the Backrooms. Description of level 11 written by Class 2, safe, unsecure, low entity count. Level 11 is exactly what one would expect when picturing a typical western city. The roads are aligned in block formations, each one proper with various metropolitan contracts. They fulfill a variety of purposes that are interconnected by secondary roads, alleyways, plazas, and parking areas. No wild terrain exists in level 11 besides parks. nor to any large swathes of forests or plains. So a picture of level 11, and then also another one, and there's like 3 more photos. Building density varies from one place to another. Some sections of level 11 are comprised only of skyscrapers, while other areas have buildings which barely reach 3 stories. High density buildings are grouped together in multiple blocks, and a subsequent blocks transition. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Still, into lower densities gradually, or vice versa. Because level 11 is most commonly known as city level, it is likely to arrive in level 11's more suburban lots to believe they are in another level, particularly level 9. All varieties of buildings exist in level 11. Basic apartments and offices are plentiful, while specialist structures like schools, malls, gyms, etc. are less so. This is a non-exhaustive list, but these are some of the most common to find. Second, only to basic houses, shops, offices, and factories. Those are the most abundant styles. Any type of building that exists in the formation front rooms can exist within level 11s. So all buildings have an extremely bland and unassuming architectural style, which leaves many looking similar and some blocks identical from a passing glance. Despite the blandness, other unique features exist in level 11, such as railway lines, subways, canals, tunnels, and bridges. Subways expand infinitely, following the same layout of the roads above and intertwining intersections and junctions. Canals do the same. And although they start or have stations of factories or locks, they never unite with the ocean. Wait, what? Oh. Alright. That's what they're talking about. Canals also go on the ground for several periods of time, connecting to subways, sewers, and maintenance passages and fashions non-standard to Earth architecture. Wow. I'm just saying. Dogs are so loud. God. All levels 11's structures are indestructible on most accounts. Despite being buildings superficially, they are more akin to tall cliffs of concrete. The windows of many buildings offer no view of exterior and interior, operating instead of like dull and black tinted mirrors. These interior less buildings, as one would expect, are also unenterable with locked doors and generally impenetrable architecture. From comparing the averages on singular blocks, 1 of 3 buildings are indestructible and unenterable. Buildings which are open have interiors, which resemble layouts typically of their building style, but they always have a sparse furnishings. Appliances are fully operational, which at minimum encompasses lighting, heating, and taps. Level 11 generates its own electricity, water, waste recycling, food, etc., all from its specialized buildings. Places of production are entirely automated, even if the process that a product is made by is not automated itself, like sewing machines or sculpting studios. Materials that are transported across cities with no human intervention, such as power and water, are constantly transferred across level 11 through said conventional means. Most materials that are not power or water make their way across level 11 via no clipping when not being witnessed. All of level 11 is completely self-sufficient, and despite its quiet facade, there are many processes the level undergoes to keep itself stocked. Underground shafts perpetually stone goods like plastic, anything reduced to clips to factories or warehouses become goods, and both with the human eye and digital surveillance, as any object that would no clip or going to no clip only do so when not observed. The fact it can be exploited not only from getting a vast quantity of supplies, wink wink, but also for controlling whether or not they leave where they were produced, such should a substantial enough community reside in a factory, wink wink, they may be able to halt this exporting. While this would require multiple places to be cleaned simultaneously, to affect even just the local area, it's still viable and has been done in the past. So here's 4 more images of level 11. Level 11 streets are just as fluid as the level's supplies. Vehicles may not observe move between car parks and curbsides. Advertising pillars and billboards change what they advertise and can sometimes stop changing and become faded or torn. Roadworks and city maintenance appear spontaneously alongside scaffolding, graffiti, waste bins, etc. Other times they move across level 11 or just change minute details. Things taken from these temporary set pieces will not vanish, move with the rest of the items. However, any item moved out of place will. Spinning first timers to level 11 intensely utilize vehicles. It's important to note that they can be moved by hand via disengaging the parking brake. Although no cars have fuel, since all fuel from any level yields no results, the only known way to make a vehicle from level actually operate is to change the fuel injectors and pump with identical one from another level. Depending on the model, one may also need to replace elements like the intake, manifold. Luckily, many levels that contain cars connect to level 11. Although it is already known that levels evolves over time. What the fuck do you mean by that? But what do you mean by that? Level 11's evolution operates under the exact same principles of the rest of its fluidity. This can leave entire areas looking older than other parts. Although there are a few areas that display this effect, the evolution effect never leaves level 11 with overly modern or futuristic buildings. It also eliminates naturally occurring historical districts. Sometimes buildings with aesthetics from decades past will be modernized with modern halogen bulbs, air conditioning, etc. Usually, the level will change around what people have set up. Some areas can be held in. Alright, why are these comments getting worse? What did I do? What did I do? I'm just saying the opinions that everyone probably has. Although it's already known that level evolves over time, level 11 is not pretty. Levels are not pretty. Okay, no, we're not reading that again. Usually, level will change around what people have set up, and some areas can be held in it. I'm not pronouncing that. Appearance, as long as enough people permanently reside in the area. Though there are exceptions to this rule, a good way to locate stable settlements in level 11 is to find ones that appear. Still not pronouncing that. To uninhabited areas. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. Alright, we'll just go back straight to the entrances and exits. Oh. Alright, so there will be just like a couple of ways. So we will just read one of the entrances from each category and also for the same for the exits. So no game through level 200's countless mirrors can lead to level 11 as a hasty exit from that level. Any sliding glass doors on level 621 always leads to, or the Backrooms, always lead to a predetermined restaurant with similar doors on level 11. These exits work both ways. Following level 9 street signs with arrows eventually leads to level 11. It is commonly believed that it takes 100 or 200 miles to reach level 11, but in most cases it takes far less time. 200 miles is supposed maximum length it would take to reach level 11, but this claim has not been verified. In random chance, alongside many of its other caves, level 52 has an entrance to this level. Alright, now for exits. Although it's dangerous approach to try, certain windows in level 11 that symbol window entities can lead to level 12 if no clips into. Certain malls already described can lead to level 33, 122, and 159. Okay, there's only one for this. No, actually, just two. Alleyways littered with neon lights, signs, and general sense of Eastern industrial grunge lead to level 138. Any buildings with old boilers built within them can randomly lead to 141 if explored for long enough. Yeah, now let's go to level 12. It's easier to explain by a little. Now, I don't remember about 13. So this is the Matrix. So it's class 0. Now, you may be wondering, what the hell is the image? Safe, secured, void of entities. 13th level of the Backrooms. So this level has a weird fact. Oh wait, I forgot to mention the level 11 facts. Level 11 fact makes any entities docile. Yeah. But anyways, this is the level 12 effect, I'm pretty sure. So it makes so basically what it does is that people, I forgot what it does. Okay, anyways, level 12 appears to be possess a simple effect not shared by any other level, and censors itself. Any attempts to record or photograph at level 12 will show in either a simple white image or a mass of noise and TV static. When uploaded to another device, footage of level 12 will convert into a standard SMPTE testing screen will lacking any color. It's not known how this change occurs. Any information including this with the footage or image area, such as a file name, is also censored. Level 12's environment is by far the one that was basic. A small, brightly lit, white painted room containing nothing more than a table and a chair, as well as an adjacent locked door. Many wanderers report have entered and successfully escaped the level, though the exact method by which this is achieved is unknown and rarely remembered by survivors. As of yet, no level 12 entity sightings have been pinned to the MAG database. Okay, we're not going into... Okay, there's actually none. Entrances and exits. It's unknown exactly how transport to level 12 is achieved. Others, some reports state that a level entity within level 11 can be used as a guideline to safety. No clip into the level. Escape has been proven possible following expedition log matrix, including above. Following extensive research, an escape route discovered by Prof. Team members might transport wanderers to level 1, 4, 10, 19, 23, 25, 34, 287. Alright, now let's go to 13. The boiling frogs. You've been here before? Boiling frog is a common misconception around the survival instincts of certain amphibians. The concept is that if a frog is placed in boiling water, it will flee. But if it is placed in cold water, that is brought to... Okay, this makes absolutely no... Okay, it's Class 2E environmental. It's unsafe, secure, non-entity hazards. You heard that right. So it's actually not the entities that are bad here. It's the environment! Alright, so... Oh God. Okay, that's... Let's get through this quick. But I'm not actually going to read it too fast. I don't even know what I'm saying. But level 13 is superficially resembles a 20th century apartment complex, but the layout of the rooms and walls is a completely unorganized mess. The hallways are incredibly bland, painted in dull shades of white or beige. They stretch for miles in long strings of dimly lit plaster and laminated wood or linoleum are in close proximity to the operative equality of these elevators. How long has this recording been going on for? Oh God, 47 minutes. Alright, so I'm gonna split this into two parts. Now I will make... Now, not like 2 parts in videos. I'm just gonna do that in like actual recordings. So, bye.